how do you navigate that when you're down employees like that? You have a job. I mean, it sounds like you have a pretty good team, like between yourself, your mom, your husband. You've got like, you can kind of juggle around a little bit, responsibilities and step in if you guys need to maybe. Is that how you're juggling it? How are you?
Well, so we don't just hire one, like we don't have one cleaning person at each location. So when we would lose somebody, we would have other people that could kind of like step in and support. So essentially we're like shuffling around the schedule, you know, each week to make sure that we still have the coverage that we need. And then we'll step in for sure. Like my mom, like she like actually really likes to clean the laundromat. So she right now has a shift at our closest location that she takes on and does the cleaning, which is no problem because when you're already there at the laundromat going through and cleaning, I mean, it's not a huge deal. So usually when my husband will go down and, you know, do some maintenance or whatever, collecting coin, he'll clean at the same time. So we're working around it for right now. Thankfully we have the people that, you know, are great at what they do, and we've had them be able to like work around that. So not a huge deal. However, the people that we're hiring for, we're trying to actually get some more coverage in the stores. Like we want more cleaning people and more customer service, just like to be there more often. So we're noticing a couple of things. Our stores are definitely getting dirtier, like faster. I think that might have something to do with the winter, perhaps. Like our floor, some of our locations have just been like, I go in there and I'm like, has this been mopped? And it was just mopped, right? So we feel like we need to invest a little bit more just to get more cleaning. And then also with the wash and fold, we're hoping that the new hires can basically, you know, do both. So they're able to do more cleaning in the store, have more presence, offer more of a positive customer experience, and then on top of that, be able to fulfill this new revenue that we're hoping to generate within the store itself. So we're gonna see. It's a little bit of an experiment. I'm hoping we find the right people. You know, that's always the toughest part. But I'm not in a position where I'm like, okay, I have to hire somebody tomorrow, you know, thankfully. That could happen at any point in time, right? So I do a lot of some people will do their recruiting in the store, which is fine. I think it depends on the location. Some people are great. I've had some bad experiences recruiting people from in the store too. So I think it depends, right? But I also have used Indeed in the past where I've been able to get a lot of respondents. You know, I weed through them, I look at their resume, and then what I usually do is set up like a block of time that says, come into the laundromat at this time to fill out your application. So I'm not stuck for hours waiting for people. I'm not in that business, right? So I try to do as much as I can before, make sure I have the right people, you know, call them on the phone, make that connection, and then say, hey, come in during this time range and fill out an application. And then we do a background check. If everything works out, you know, we bring them onto the team. We do the hands-on training for a couple shifts. Like we don't just like let them go off and do their own thing. So yeah, that's kind of how we're doing hiring right now. But like I said, it's a really interesting time period. I've seen people lose their jobs and need jobs. So I'm optimistic about it, and I'm grateful that like we can employ people and give them an opportunity.